Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today, we're going to take a look at the Warhammer 40k Balance Data Slate rather. Age of Sigmar received theirs the other day. If you're into Age of Sigmar, I'll link that up at the top of the video for you to go have a look at, talking through all the changes and that. These are available on Warhammer Community to go check, but 40k has got it as well. I don't think I like, is what I should say. I don't think I don't like, was what I was going to say, so I should just say I like, the idea that both balanced data slates happen together. Seeing Age of Sigmar and 40k make the changes, just getting used to the changes in both games without one game constantly changing, I think is the better way to do it, especially if we're going to 6 months, major changes. But this is interesting. There's some cool things in this. And so, first of all, Armor of Contempt. Now, this was added in the last balanced Data Slate, where each time an attack is allocated to particular models, you worsen the armor penetration of that attack by 1. Now, this has been changed to add in Astra Militarum vehicles, obviously already including Adeptus Astartes, Santic Astartes, Heretic Astartes, and Adeptus Sororitas models. Adding Astra Militarum vehicles into this is pretty cool. I really like that. The rule does not apply to any of the following. If you're carrying a Storm Shield, Relic Shield, Combat Shield, models with either a Sacrosanct Shield, Force Shielding ability, Celestian Sacrosanct, Nemesis Dreadknights, etc. Models that are on the effect of any other rule that worsens or reduces the armor penetration characteristic of an attack. Yeah, this is just nice. This just keeps Marines feeling like Marines, I think. Adding this to Astra Militarum vehicles this time around was really cool. There's nothing more if I'm going to do an Imperial Guard army, it's probably a tank company. Be really cool. And so, aircraft, when mustering your army for a match play game, it cannot include more than 1 aircraft model if you are playing a combat patrol or incursion, and more than 2 if you're playing a strike force, or 3 if you are playing an onslaught. Same sort of stuff that's been changed to. Indirect fire weapons is one that can target units that are not visible to the bearer. If such a weapon targets a unit that is not visible, then each time an attack is made with that weapon against the target this phase, worsen the ballistic skill of the attack by 1 and add 1 to the armor saving throws made by the attack. Attacks with indirect fire by Astra Militarum are unaffected by the above indirect fire rules. So, your basilisks and all that don't care about that. Bodyguard abilities, I like this, cleaning this up. I wish they would do this to Age of Sigmar. We really need a nice good paragraph and, keywording them and making a rule name for it called Bodyguard Rules in Age of Sigmar. Change the end of all bodyguard abilities from enemy models units cannot target the character with ranged attacks to that character unit cannot use the Lookout Sir rule even if his unit contains fewer than 3. The character can use, the Lookout Sir rule even if this unit contains fewer than 3 models. If a bodyguard ability only applies to a specific type of character, the updated version of that unit's bodyguard ability still only applies to this type of character. So what I think this is meaning is snipers still work, correct? Because it's just Lookout Sir rule. So I think that's what that changes. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what that clears up. And so the following are bodyguard abilities: Cold-Blooded Bodyguard, Guardian Organism, Guardian Protocols, Honor Guard of McCrag, Operated Artillery Protectors, Swarm Protectors, the Varguard's Duty, Wall of Flesh, Watchman. This rule also applies to the stratagems that confer a bodyguard ability to a unit: Implacable Guardian, Seer Council, Shield of Honor. This rule only affects the first bullet point of Locust Bodyguard's ability: Hive Tyrants with a Rage of Guardian Organism, and Tervagons, units with Wall of Flesh ability gain the benefits of Lookout Sir even though they are characters with wounds characteristic of more than 9. Yeah, cool. Just clearing it all up, making it all standardized for bodyguard. Good. This is what you want. You want standard abilities, just standardized. Like that. Adeptus Sororitas. Change the first bullet point in getting a miracle dice section of the Acts of Faith ability to read at the start of each turn. You gain a miracle dice. Change the second bullet point of the Stoic Endurance, Order of the Valorous Heart conviction to read each time an attack is made against the unit with this conviction. An attack's wound roll cannot be re-rolled. Nice, cool. Solid changes for the Adeptus Sororitas, and then we go to Astra Militarum. Now a lot of this is probably going to change soon, in all honesty. Lehman Russ getting a 2+. Armor save, as we already know. Hammer of the Emperor, if every unit in your army has the Astra Militarum keyword. And if every regiment in your army is drawn from the same regiment, then each time as an Astra Militarum model from your army makes a ranged attack, your modified hit with 6 automatically wounds the target. Ooh, nice, okay. Militarum Tempestinus units will benefit from this rule if they're included in an army alongside other Astra Militarum units, but if they are from a Tempestus Science regiment, see Psychic Awakening the Greater Good, then they must be from the same Tempestus Science regiment in order to gain this rule. When using the Tank Orders ability, a Regiment Tank Commander model, you can select one friendly Regiment vehicle within 6 inches of the Regiment Tank Commander model instead of selecting a Regiment Lehman Russ unit. Cool. And each time a regiment with the Voice of the Command ability issues one of the orders to a regiment infantry, the same order can be issued to one or more other friendly infantry that are within 6 inch. Cool. Just nice changes all round. Now we go on to Custodes. Change the third bullet point of the detachment abilities of Adeptus Custodes to detachment to read troop units in Adeptus Custodes detachments gain the objective secured. Nice. Add the following to Esteemed Amalgam, Emperor's Auspice, and Martial Discretion strategies. You can only use this stratagem once. And change the Adeptus Custodes keyword in all instances of the Arcane, Genetic Alchemy, and Emperor's Auspice stratagems to read Adeptus Custodes Infantry. Just some changes to one of the stratagems that was becoming a little bit useful for some other particular things, and just giving them some objectives secured is nice. Admech, we've seen the stuff that changes there. Drakari is pretty much the same. Remove the core keywords from Talos and Kronos. We've seen most of the Drakari ones. It's mainly clearing up a bunch of stuff that was abused. Azuyani is just a lot of like clearing up how the Empower Storm psychic action works. Which is nice. Add the following Hail Zoom Farflung. You cannot select, like allowing you to Farflung craft worlds, not select much more. Change the second sentence of the Matchless Agility Stream to reroll the d6. And add the Fire and Flame stratagem you can only use once. Then got Space Marines, each time to change the Salamander's chapter tactic. Chaos Space Marines, what looks like, this is probably what we're going to see from Iron Warriors. Now, Death Guard, Blight Lord Terminators, and Death Show Terminators in Death Guard detachments gain objective secured, which is really cool. Tower and Tyranids changes we all expected, along with points hikes across the board for both armies. Most importantly, broadsides no longer core. Necrons, this is the big one for me. I think the Necrons came out so well with this. Changed command protocols. So how Necrons had to work is they used to be able to pick their protocols during the game, and you'd have them in order. Pretty much the one you didn't pick now applies during the whole game, and they affect your Necron army now. This is really solid changes to your Necrons. This is awesome stuff for Necrons. And then core keyword to a bunch of Necrons, as we already know. Was the all Necron vehicle data sheets already there? But anyway, this is really, really cool. I think this is massive, especially with some points drops. I know the Silent King dropped and a bunch of other stuff dropped for Necrons. This seems like a positive move for Necrons, which is cool. I have a nice large Necron army. I can't wait to try them out. Orcs, changing the Y. They've still got all the restrictions on the vehicles that they had before. Orcs core and character, yeah, so it's just changing the stage 1 and stage 2 effects of the Y. And then Harlequins with some big changes as well. So you can only reroll luck rolls by making a luck of the Laughing God roll. A bunch of changes for Harlequins, just clearing up some of the abusive stuff the army had. I love my Harlequins, but yeah, they were doing really well, and so we've got a bunch of FAQs and a bunch of changes for the Harlequins as well. A lot of it, we saw coming. For me, the big winners of this, Necrons, I really like. I think Imperial Guard got some cool things. I think the Armor of Contempt on Imperial Guard vehicles is nice, and hopefully that continues to be a thing we see on them. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And the Bodyguard abilities, I like the clear up of that. But what do you think of the, the balanced data slate for Warhammer 40k? I've got to remember what they're called. But yeah, this is really cool. What do you think? Let us know down below what you think of this balanced data slate for Warhammer 40k. Love to hear from everyone. And so that's the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And drop us a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by joining our Patreon or YouTube members, or grabbing some channel merch off our merch store on Teespring, which is on our YouTube store as well. You can also come chat with me and other members of our little community here and our Discord server, which is linked down in the video's description, along with the Patreon and YouTube members links. And as a special shout out to all those Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Greenskins Gaming, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Anton Nilsson, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Derek, and Giapi390. And a special thank you to our YouTube members: Greenroots Gaming, Kenton Young, Chris Wallace, Ronya, Locke Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Sean Scott, Pink Nico Fire, and Robin Mankiller as well. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, and to everyone who comes on the channel and helps us create everything we do. Thank you all for watching once again, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.